Hello and welcome to the Xerus Podcast, the podcast where I discuss my week and reflect on any ideas I had during the week. I've had a thought about different ideas that I wanted to talk about in this episode, and today the first one is accept that even if you do your best, sometimes you will fuck up. So what do I mean by that is as a nice guy, I've always tried to do as best as I can to make everything perfectly, flawless, which of course is impossible and is a lie that I've been telling myself just to have a problem-free life. But recently I've had an event in my life that made me realize that, I did my best and I still fucked up. Because I didn't realize that what it was done in the wrong way, or just that I tried and I just failed. That's it. And that made me rethink everything that's been going on, the whole self-development thing, the whole nice guy thing. Sometimes you have events in your life that just shift your vision, shift your paradigm on, you have doubts about your action, about the thing that you are doing. I was at the time considering that I was doing my best, but there's some things that I wasn't thinking about. For example, I was doing really, really good at not giving a shit about what other people were thinking of me. That made me perhaps too confident or too free in a way. Thing is, I have like a personality where I try to say, I don't really think about what I'm saying. Sometimes when I'm talking with someone, someone appear as harsh or blunt in what I'm saying. It's never in a, never comes from a, like an intention to hurt anyone. It's just me speaking my mind on being honest, but sometimes it's just too blunt. I've discovered that it's not always good to say everything that you have to say or say everything that's in your head, because I like to joke around, I like to take the piss out of people, out of myself, and I've just discovered that it's not always good to do that, especially if you don't know really well the people that you are talking with. So that didn't really work out as well as I expected it, but it had the effects of me rethinking the way I do things, and in the long run I think it will be for the better good. But as of right now I just feel a bit doubty. I doubt a lot about what I've been doing, the way I've been doing things. I've seen myself going back to my old ways of being a nice guy. It just has been a really big shift for me these past few days. But I also feel good because that made me, more aware of who I am. That made me discover that some people in my life were telling the truth and were just trying to help me. Accept that even if you think you are doing your best, there's some things that you haven't learned yet that you will learn later on, that will make you feel uncomfortable at first, because it's not a good taste for this. Let's just say that this medicine won't have a good taste, but in the long run that will help you change and being a better person. So second subject is failure is good. It's where growth happens. It can be scary, but ultimately it's good. That's what I was just saying is that, yeah, sometimes you will do your best, you will fail, it will be awful to take the blast. It will be like a cold shower in your face. It's good. Ultimately, it's good. You will have to digest it to really reflect on it, but don't let yourself going back to your old ways. Just try to dissect it. Divide the whole thing. Try to see what's good, what you did wrong, where you can improve. Because it's not always all wrong, especially if it's coming from a good intention to do good. It's not always coming from a bad place at first. So this just perhaps sometimes it's just the way you do things that is wrong, but the intention is good. So always keep up, but always reflect on what you are doing, on the feedback of people around you, how you make people feel. Because me too, I was trying to do good, but sometimes I was making people feel uncomfortable. That's not 100% not what I want to do. So yeah, I have to be careful on that, especially the way I say things that might hurt people, sometimes hurt people's feelings. So yeah, also accept reality on the situation you're in. Don't try to run away from it. That's what I've written. So yeah, I've seen myself, I've catch myself trying to escape reality on not accepting what I'm feeling because I'm afraid of it. But the sooner you accept the reality, the situation you're in, the quicker it will be and the easier it will be to detach yourself from it, to let go of this feeling. So yeah, just accept. So if you're feeling lonely or uncomfortable or shameful or whatever, just accept the fact that that's a reality. Accept the fact that there's some area in your life that you need to improve, that you want to improve to be happier. The sooner you accept that and you stop saying, no, I don't have a problem, I just need to do this and this, and then you will be perfect. So now it's not really a problem. I'm talking from experience here, I'm talking about myself mainly. I've tried many times to escape a problem I had that just made things worse because I wasn't paying attention to this part of myself that was just screaming for attention on a solution or something. So yeah, accept that you're not perfect, that sometimes you will feel bad, that's a reality. If you need to do some effort at work in your career and you know it, well, just accept that and work on it, and don't try to take a shortcut or an easy fix, quick fix to this solution, because it won't help. Another subject is not everyone is good. Choose with whom you are being yourself completely. So I used to think, until, to be honest, a couple of days ago, that everyone was good. I consider myself, generally speaking, having good intention towards people and things in life. I thought I'm not perfect. I'm just saying that from the bottom of my heart, I have good intention, generally speaking. And I thought that everyone was like that everyone was trying to be better, that everyone was working on themselves, working on being a better human being. And so I've discovered that not everyone is good. I will give you an example. So I was, like I said, working on myself, on trying to be more confident, and so I am growing more confident each day. And so there's some things in my life that I like to share because with other people, that because that makes me laugh. Let's just say, I don't know, I fucked up about something. I will openly talk about it because that's the best way to not make you feel shameful about it or uncomfortable. So sometimes I will share my mistakes with other people because there's nothing to be ashamed of. Well, I did that. I told a story to a group of people that I didn't really know. One of the person in this group, used this story to make fun of me. Told this story to everyone, to a whole lot more people there. I intended at first, and that just to make me look foolish, or using bits of my story, modifying it, just to make me look foolish. And that's when I realized that not all people are good. Not all people have good intention towards yourself. Even if you say something about yourself and you don't think that there's anything to be ashamed of, some people will use that to make you look foolish because, I don't know, perhaps they lack attention, perhaps that is reflecting on their own insecurities. I don't even know why, to be honest. I can only imagine, but that's not coming from a good place. Let's just say that. So even if that's like share that's in relation to the first subject, is that even if you do your best and even if you think that there's nothing to be ashamed of about what you're saying, some people will use it to make you ashamed of what happened to you, even if it's just a failure and you're not ashamed of it. Well, not all people are good, so be careful with who you are being yourself and with who you are sharing your ideas and thoughts. Take a couple of weeks to really know someone. At least that's what I must do. Next subject is accept your insecurities. So that's also a bit like what I was saying about accept reality and the situation you're in. Accept your own insecurities. Accept that you are a work in progress each day, and that you will never reach the final line, because there is no final finish line to this life. There is, but your work is, you're constantly learning on working on yourself. Even if you lived for 1,000 years, you will still have things that you could improve on. That's just it. Accept that you have insecurities. Accept that you are that you're not 100% confident. Accept that sometimes you're afraid. Just accept this idea in general. I have to, because I used to constantly, and I still do, I'm trying to look flawless, I'm trying to look like I'm not making any mistakes, like I'm perfect, and that's not the case at all. So accepting your insecurities and the areas in your life where you have to work on is really important. Also accept that some people won't like you. Even if you do your best, some people won't like you. That's just it. That's just life. You don't like everyone, so why should they? Sometimes, some people won't like you, even if just because you can be the most open, kind, just armed with proper good intention. People will sometimes won't like you because that will reflect on their own insecurities. Even if you're trying to do good for yourself, trying to, work on yourself, some people won't like that because they will see that you are changing and you are making some effort, and they won't like you for that. So don't let that be in your way. I'm stopping your progress, because I know that made me stop my progress, or especially in the past couple of days, rethink the way I view myself on the world, but at the same time I think that just made me more of an adult than a child. The next thing that I've written is, the quicker you accept your feelings, the easier it is to let them go. So that's what I've been saying before. And the last thing is, don't judge people too quickly and have empathy. So I used to judge people quite quickly. I'm gonna tell you the truth, it was always because of my own insecurities, I'll admit. It's always coming from a dark place, always coming from insecurities. That's why I used to judge people. This person is this way, I don't like him or her. That was just because of my insecurities. I want to stop that. I want to take some time to have a really good idea about who this person is, and if I don't, it's fine, but I won't share really deep and personal detail with this person. I will be extra careful about the word I'm using on everything. So try to have some empathy, and try to, when you are saying something, especially in my case where I used to have no filter on just saying everything that was in my mind, try to have empathy. And when you're saying something, just try to think about how this person will take it, if it's hurtful or if it's quite blunt to say. How long have you known this person? Well, especially why is this person reacting to this situation or saying that? Maybe because this person has gone through some things in the past. Just trying to have empathy is trying to figure out, to see why people are doing things, on putting yourself into other person's shoes. That's just really important. That's something that I've been lacking, because I don't know, I used to view people as just, people that I don't know about, just like big block, monolithic block of, I don't know how to explain it, but just like, I used to not paying that much attention about how people were feeling, because I thought I was the only one with insecurities and fear. That's the last thing that I wanted to talk about. I already feel better, but having the chance to, making this podcast is making me feel very good, because I have the chance to say what I have to say and reflect. Saying it out loud is really a good way to see how you feel about things. So I will see you next week for another episode, or I don't know, next time that I have time to record episode like this. I'm gonna try to read some more books, also to just not be so harsh on myself when I fuck up, because that makes me even more unable to make progress, because I judge myself too harshly. So cheers lads, see you and lasses, and see you next time for another episode of the Xerus Podcast, and we will reflect on any ideas that are I've had since then. So cheers and have a great week. Bye bye.